Have you ever wondered why you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning with an urgent need to urinate, even when you tried to limit drinking water before bed? For many people over 60, this nightly interruption is not just a harmless inconvenience, but a clear signal that the body's natural rhythm has been disturbed. Medical studies show that fragmented sleep caused by nocturia reduces the release of hormones like vasopressin, which normally helps the kidneys slow down urine production at night, and this disruption can affect memory, energy, and even heart health. The good news is that in most cases, the cause is not a serious disease, but rather small daily habits that quietly overload the bladder and reset the body's signals. In this video, I will walk you through the 5 most common mistakes and explain the simple, science-based changes that can restore restful nights. Stay with me until the end, because the last habit we reveal may surprise you the most and could make the biggest difference to your sleep and independence. Why nighttime urination is not just normal. Many seniors are told that waking up several times at night to urinate is simply part of getting older, but medical research shows this is not entirely true. The condition, called nocturia, is actually a sign that the body's balance between fluid regulation, hormones, and sleep quality is being disturbed. Studies from the Mayo Clinic and the National Institutes of Health have shown that when sleep is repeatedly interrupted, the body fails to release enough vasopressin, a hormone that normally reduces urine production during the night. Without this hormone working properly, the kidneys continue to produce more urine, forcing you to wake up again and again. The consequences go far beyond feeling tired in the morning. When the sleep cycle is fragmented, especially deep and REM sleep, the brain cannot fully consolidate memory, and the immune system cannot repair and recover as it should. Over time, this pattern is linked with higher risks of cardiovascular problems, cognitive decline, and even mood disorders like depression. It also increases the chance of nighttime falls, which can have devastating outcomes for older adults. What feels like a small annoyance can silently undermine health, energy, and independence. The important message is that nocturia is not always caused by irreversible disease, and in many cases it comes from lifestyle choices that can be improved. By recognizing that nighttime urination is a signal rather than a destiny, you give yourself the chance to protect both your sleep and your overall health. In the next part, we will look closely at the first habit that seems harmless but may be one of the strongest triggers of these nightly interruptions. Habit 1. Drinking liquids or water-rich foods before bed. Many people believe that simply avoiding a glass of water before bedtime is enough to prevent nighttime urination, but the truth is more complex. The body continues to process all sources of liquid in the hours before sleep, and that includes not only plain water, but also soups, fruit, hot drinks, and even medications with a liquid base. When these fluids are consumed within 3 hours of bedtime, the kidneys are still actively filtering while the body should be slowing down for rest. This increases the amount of urine stored in the bladder overnight and raises the chance of waking multiple times. Research in sleep medicine has shown that excess evening fluid intake interferes with the body's release of vasopressin, a hormone that normally helps concentrate urine at night, which means more trips to the bathroom and less time in deep restorative sleep. To see how this plays out in real life, consider the story of Margaret, a 72-year-old woman from Arizona. For years, she was waking up 4 or 5 times every night, even though she thought she was careful about water. She reduced her afternoon drinking, but still enjoyed a warm cup of chamomile tea before bed and a bowl of soup at dinner. What she did not realize was that both of these added significant amounts of liquid to her system, and by the time she lay down, her bladder was already overloaded. Once she began practicing a liquid curfew, stopping all types of drinks and water-rich foods 3 hours before sleep. She reduced her nightly bathroom visits to just once within 2 weeks. Her sleep improved, her mood lifted, and she felt she had regained control over her nights. The biology behind this is simple but powerful. During the day, kidneys filter and produce urine in line with hydration and activity. At night, the body is designed to slow this process so that sleep can remain undisturbed, and vasopressin plays a key role by helping the body concentrate urine. However, when too many fluids are present in the system before bed, the kidneys cannot slow down, and vasopressin is less effective. This leads to increased urine volume and pressure on the bladder, which then sends urgent signals to the brain. The cycle repeats night after night until habits are changed. Practical solutions are easier than many expect. First, set a clear cutoff time, ideally 3 hours before your regular bedtime. If you usually go to sleep at 9, stop all liquid intake by 6 in the evening. This means not only avoiding water, but also tea, coffee, juices, broths, melons, and even popsicles. For those who need to take evening medications, speak with a doctor about timing adjustments or alternative forms to limit fluid intake. If thirst is a concern, keeping a very small glass of water by the bed for emergencies may provide reassurance without encouraging overdrinking. Over time, the body adjusts to this rhythm, and the bladder learns to remain calm throughout the night. The benefits of this change go far beyond fewer bathroom trips. People often report deeper, more refreshing sleep, more energy during the day, and even improved concentration and mood. By giving the kidneys a rest before bed, you allow natural hormone patterns to re-establish themselves, which supports overall health and vitality. Margaret herself later shared that she felt 10 years younger, and her family noticed a remarkable difference in her energy. This illustrates how a single, thoughtful habit can restore not just sleep, but quality of life. As we move to the next section, you will see that fluids are not the only culprit, because the very foods and timing of your dinner may also be quietly setting you up for restless nights. Habit 2. Eating dinner too late and consuming diuretic foods. Now that we have seen how evening liquids can disrupt your nights, let's look at another habit that often goes unnoticed yet has a powerful effect on the bladder. Eating dinner too late and including foods with natural diuretic properties is one of the most common reasons seniors wake up multiple times at night. When meals are consumed too close to bedtime, the digestive system slows down as the body prepares for rest. This delay means that compounds in certain foods, especially those that stimulate urine production, stay in circulation longer, pushing the kidneys to keep working when they should be slowing down. Robert, a 68-year-old retiree from Florida, learned this lesson the hard way. For years, he ate dinner around 8:30 in the evening and often enjoyed a snack of cucumbers, tomatoes, or green tea before bed. He thought these were healthy choices, but night after night, he woke up at 1, 3, and 5 in the morning to use the bathroom. His energy was drained, and he began to believe that constant interruptions were simply part of aging. When Robert shifted his dinner to 6:30 and avoided diuretic foods after 4 in the afternoon, the results were remarkable. Within 10 days, he was waking only once a night, and within 3 weeks he could sleep 6 continuous hours. The biology behind this is easy to understand. Many foods considered healthy, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, asparagus, watermelon, green tea, even chocolate, contain compounds that stimulate the kidneys. At the same time, salty meals cause the body to retain water during the day, which is then released overnight, filling the bladder when you should be resting. By moving meals earlier and limiting diuretic foods in the evening, You give the body time to process fluids and reduce the load on the bladder during sleep. A simple rule is to finish dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before bed. Choose sleep-friendly foods such as rice, sweet potatoes, bananas, oats, lean proteins, carrots, and broccoli, and leave tomatoes, cucumbers, chocolate, green tea, and alcohol for earlier in the day. If medications require food later, speak with your doctor about safe adjustments that still support restful nights. The rewards of this change go far beyond reducing bathroom trips. People often report lighter digestion, fewer reflux symptoms, and greater morning energy. Robert himself said he felt 10 years younger, and his wife noticed he was more cheerful and energetic. By aligning your meals with your body's natural rhythm, you create the conditions for deeper rest and stronger health. In the next part, we will uncover why the common just-in-case bathroom trip before bed may actually be keeping you stuck in the cycle of nocturia. Habit 3. Using the bathroom just in case before bed. Many older adults believe that emptying the bladder right before lying down is a smart and safe choice, but in reality, this habit can backfire. When you visit the bathroom without a real urge, you are teaching your bladder to signal fullness at smaller volumes. Over time, this trains the bladder muscle to contract earlier than it should, which leads to more frequent and unnecessary nighttime awakenings. Studies in urology have shown that a healthy adult bladder comfortably stores 300 to 500 milliliters of urine before sending strong signals. Yet people who constantly go just in case may start feeling urgency with only 100 to 150 milliliters. This false sense of urgency interrupts sleep without true physiological need, and the cycle quickly becomes difficult to break. Dorothy, a 74-year-old widow from Seattle, provides a clear example of how this plays out. She had created what she called her safety ritual, visiting the bathroom every night before bed, even when she did not feel the urge. At first, it seemed harmless, but soon she was waking up every 2 hours with an overwhelming feeling that her bladder was full. The truth was that she had conditioned her body to operate at reduced capacity, and her nights became restless and draining. After learning about bladder retraining, Dorothy slowly increased the time between her bathroom visits and practiced only responding to real, clear urges. Within a few weeks, she was able to sleep 5 or 6 continuous hours, and the difference in her energy and confidence was remarkable. The science behind this phenomenon is both simple and fascinating. The bladder is a muscular organ that adapts quickly to the patterns we create. Just like a balloon, it stretches when filled. But if it is repeatedly emptied too early, the muscle learns to expect smaller volumes and sends urgent signals prematurely. This not only creates anxiety at bedtime, but also undermines the body's ability to achieve the deep restorative stages of sleep. Over time, this false conditioning can even lead to daytime frequency and a reduced sense of control. Breaking the cycle requires patience, but the body responds positively when given the chance to relearn its natural rhythm. A practical way to address this is through what experts call the real need rule. The idea is simple. Only go to the bathroom before bed if you truly feel a clear and undeniable urge. If anxiety makes you uncertain, try distracting yourself with a calming activity such as reading a few pages of a book, listening to soft music, or practicing slow breathing for 15 to 20 minutes. In many cases, the urge disappears, confirming it was not a genuine signal from the bladder. For individuals with reduced mobility or concerns about accidents, keeping a portable urinal nearby can provide reassurance, but it should only be used when there is a real need, not out of habit. With time, This approach retrains the bladder to expand to its proper capacity and reduces the number of false alarms during the night. The rewards of correcting this habit are significant. Not only do people regain longer blocks of uninterrupted sleep, but they also experience less anxiety about losing control, more energy in the morning, and greater independence in daily life. Dorothy herself later described feeling liberated, no longer a prisoner of her own nightly ritual. Her story shows that what seems like a small behavior can shape your entire night's rest, and by shifting from precautionary trips to mindful control, you can restore trust in your body's natural wisdom. As we continue, you will discover that even the way you lie down and position your pillows may have just as much influence on nighttime bathroom visits as the habits you practice before bed. Habit 4. Sleeping in the wrong position and using incorrect pillows. Few people realize that the way you position your body at night can have a direct impact on how often you need to wake up to urinate. Sleeping on your stomach or in postures that compress the lower abdomen places extra pressure on the bladder, making it feel full even when it is not. In addition, the wrong pillow setup can disturb circulation, allowing fluids that have collected in the legs during the day to return to the bloodstream at night. This extra fluid load reaches the kidneys just when they should be slowing down, increasing urine production, and forcing unnecessary awakenings. Research in sleep medicine has confirmed that sleep posture and circulation strongly influence the frequency of nocturnal urination, yet it is rarely discussed in routine care. The experience of Frank, a 71-year-old retired soldier from Denver, shows how simple changes can bring remarkable relief. For decades, Frank preferred to sleep on his stomach, a habit formed during his years in the military. He never imagined that this position could be contributing to his 3 nightly trips to the bathroom. When he learned about the connection between posture and nocturia, he decided to experiment with sleeping on his side. By placing a medium pillow between his knees and aligning his spine, he gradually retrained his body. Within 2 weeks, his bathroom visits were cut in half, and after a month, he was able to sleep through most nights without interruption. His story highlights how overlooked habits often hold the key to better rest. The biological explanation is straightforward. When you lie in positions that restrict the bladder or misalign the spine, the pelvic organs are under pressure and send signals of urgency earlier than necessary. At the same time, poor circulation in the legs during the day leads to swelling. And when you lie down at night, those fluids shift back into the bloodstream. The kidneys interpret this as extra fluid to process, producing more urine just when deep sleep should be occurring. By choosing the correct sleeping posture, you not only reduce pressure on the bladder, but also improve venous return and overall fluid balance, giving your body the chance to maintain restful sleep cycles. Practical adjustments can make this easier than many expect. Sleep experts often recommend lying on the left side with a pillow between the knees to support spinal alignment and reduce abdominal pressure. A head pillow that keeps the neck neutral, not too high or too flat, also prevents unnecessary strain. For those who have always slept on their stomach, the transition may feel awkward at first, but using extra pillows to gently support the body can ease the change. Special orthopedic or ergonomic pillows are available for people with arthritis or back problems, making the position more comfortable. Avoiding back sleeping is also advised for individuals with snoring or sleep apnea, as it may worsen those conditions. The benefits of correcting posture and pillow use extend well beyond fewer trips to the bathroom. People often report less back and neck pain, improved breathing, and greater flexibility in the morning. Frank himself described feeling not only more rested but also more energetic during the day, as though he had unlocked a secret that no one had told him. By adjusting something as simple as sleep position, you can help your bladder stay calm, support circulation, and allow your body to restore itself fully. In the next section, we will explore how even the temperature of your bedroom and the clothes you wear at night can strongly influence whether you sleep peacefully or wake repeatedly. Habit 5. Overheating the bedroom and wearing the wrong sleepwear. Many people underestimate how strongly room temperature and sleepwear can influence nighttime urination. When your bedroom is too warm or your pajamas are made from heavy, non-breathable fabrics, the body enters a state of thermal stress that disrupts its natural hormonal rhythm. Normally, body temperature drops slightly during sleep, and this cooling triggers the release of vasopressin, a hormone that reduces urine production at night. However, when the environment is too hot, vasopressin release is impaired, and circulation changes cause the kidneys to filter more fluid. The result is an overactive bladder during hours when it should remain calm. Research in sleep physiology shows that maintaining a cool environment between 64 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 20 degrees Celsius can reduce nocturnal urination by nearly half. The story of Eleanor, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Miami, demonstrates this effect clearly. She had always preferred to sleep warm, keeping the air conditioning off and wearing thick flannel pajamas even during Florida summers. For years, she struggled with waking 4 to 5 times every night, assuming it was simply age and her bladder weakening. Only when she learned about the connection between thermal regulation and nocturia did she begin to experiment with her environment. She invested in a quiet air conditioner, switched to lightweight cotton sleepwear, and kept her room at a steady, cool temperature. Within 1 week, she was waking only twice per night, and by the 3rd week, she often slept through the night without interruption. Her transformation highlighted how much power simple adjustments can have over sleep quality. The biological explanation is simple, yet often overlooked. During restful sleep, the body cools down naturally to support hormone production and cellular repair. If this cooling is blocked by high ambient temperature or heavy clothing, the nervous system interprets it as stress. This stress response not only reduces vasopressin, but also alters circulation, drawing more fluids from tissues back into the bloodstream. As a result, the kidneys work harder, producing more urine, and the bladder fills sooner than it should. Correcting the sleep environment allows the body to follow its natural cooling curve, reducing strain on the bladder and restoring deeper sleep cycles. Making practical changes does not need to be expensive or difficult. Keeping the bedroom cool with a fan, opening a window, or using air conditioning when possible helps create the right conditions. Choosing breathable materials like cotton, linen, or bamboo for pajamas and bedding allows the skin to release excess heat. Instead of thick single-layer garments, layering light clothes provides comfort while still supporting temperature regulation. For those sensitive to cold, extra blankets can be kept nearby and removed during the night if needed. Even small changes, such as switching from synthetic fabrics to natural fibers, can make a noticeable difference. The benefits go beyond fewer bathroom trips. People who optimize room temperature and sleepwear often report deeper sleep, fewer night sweats, better morning energy, and even improved blood pressure control. Eleanor herself said she felt younger and more vibrant, and her family noticed she had regained her cheerful spirit. This shows how what seems like a minor detail, the clothes you wear and the air you breathe at night, can restore control over your bladder and your rest. By giving your body the right environment, you encourage natural healing, deeper sleep, and a brighter day ahead. In conclusion, we will bring all 5 habits together and see how small daily choices can transform not only your nights, but your overall health and independence. We have explored together the 5 daily habits that often appear harmless, but quietly disrupt the balance of the body and lead to restless nights filled with bathroom visits. Drinking liquids or eating water-rich foods too close to bedtime, eating late meals with diuretic ingredients, going to the bathroom just in case, sleeping in the wrong position, and keeping your bedroom too warm are all factors that interfere with hormones like vasopressin and disturb circulation. When these systems are out of balance, the bladder becomes overactive at night, the kidneys continue filtering when they should rest, and your sleep is broken into fragments that rob you of energy and focus. Studies from institutions such as the Mayo Clinic and Harvard confirm that fragmented sleep is linked to cognitive decline, increased fall risk, and even cardiovascular strain, which is why correcting these habits is not just about comfort, but also about protecting long-term health. The encouraging news is that each of these habits can be changed with small practical steps, and your body is highly capable of adapting once it is given the right conditions. Many people like Margaret, Robert, Dorothy, Frank, and Eleanor have shown that transformation is possible at any age when you align your routines with your biology. By respecting the signals of your body and making thoughtful adjustments, you can restore deeper sleep, regain energy, and rebuild confidence in your independence. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress, and even one positive change tonight can help your bladder stay calm and your rest more complete. If you found value in these insights, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and share this video with someone you love who may be struggling with the same issue. Leave a comment below about which habit you plan to change first, because your story may inspire others to take action as well. Thank you for staying with me until the end, and always remember that it is never too late to give your body the chance to heal, rest, and thrive again.